So,
oh, thank you.
yeah. So, all right, there's a camera up there. Hey, guess what? We're live. Hey, Industrial Marketing Summit in Austin 2025. I've got Wendy Covey. Wendy, look at this. This is chaos. What's going on?
It's good. It's controlled chaos.
It's controlled chaos.
Yes.
So tell us what's happening.
Over 300 industrial
I'm sorry,
marketers.
I didn't hear you. How many?
Over 300.
300 marketers.
Industrial marketers all together right here, right now.
At the Industrial Marketing Summit.
Yes, we're here in Austin.
You throw a wonderful party.
Thank
you. So what's been the highlight? What's been going on?
Well, we just got out of a really interesting session by Dale Bertrand on how SEO has completely changed, as we all know, and what our content strategy should be. So that's just like one of many examples of just mind-blowing practical advice, but also let's not do things 2024.
Right.
Let's do things 2026.
Right. It was kind of scary, wasn't it? It was like, I was like, keywords are so 2024. I'm like, man, that's all I preach are like keywords.
Right,
you know, like I'm totally, hey, now this has become a family affair.
It has.
Right? Hey, Lauren. So I find out today that not only do you have a Lauren, I have a Lauren. So Lauren, what's going on? Please tell us, who are you?
Hey, I'm Wendy Covey's daughter. I'm here volunteering at the summit today. I'm a master's student, a mental health master's student at Texas State University.
Man, there's a lot of mental health cases here today, so we need your help, right? Is that?
That's the idea.
Absolutely.
Is that right? Is that right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you for joining us. Let's get your partner in crime, Joe. Let's get over here. Jeff, hop in. Get in over here. So, all right, Joe Sullivan, Gorilla 76. What's going on, dude? Like, how did you pull this thing off 2 years in a row? Tell us what happened.
I just had Wendy do all the work and just came along for the ride. It was I feel like we started planning this literally we kept our standing weekly meeting with our agencies, and like when last year's ended, we just started working on this year. So it's been a long time coming, but I think Wendy said it. We went from like 200 last year to 315, 320, something like that. 320 is it?
50% increase.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's last year it was just tons of positive feedback. Like people were really excited about it, and it was a no-brainer to do it again. So now this time around, it's like we had resources from last year to help us market it, and like lots of people talking about their experience, and it's sort of a lot of organic marketing that just sort of happened to get people back here. A lot of people brought 3 more people from their company, and so and we learned from the little things that we knew we could do better, and we'll do so again next year. So
a lot of familiar faces that came from last year, a lot of new faces. So a lot of excitement. What's been your takeaway?
Yeah, I think part of it is like the wealth of content, right, from the speakers, but also the 1-2 punch is the people, the community, and so it's not just, hey, come here to learn. It's great. But it's also like, come here to hang out, meet new people, see friends you've seen maybe online and things like that. So this has been fantastic. Thank you both for putting this on.
Pleasure.
I've been impressed how just cool, chill you guys are. Like, you're not running around all crazy. So that's been very impressive just to see the excitement you have. You're sitting in on the sessions yourself. You're taking notes. You're learning. Like, that's so cool. Yeah.
Hire good people, and then
that's
you got
what it is. Give me some knuckle for that. No kidding.
Now, for a shameless plug, and I'll let you go because I know you're busy. You're doing a big research presentation tomorrow. We're going to be doing it together at Purdue University next month.
We will.
Tell us, just give us a little insight on tomorrow, your research project.
Yeah, so it's the State of Marketing to Engineers report. This will be our 8th year we've published this, and the AI findings on how technical buyers are using generative search are pretty darn interesting. We asked some questions about what they value in brand. So what types of brand attributes do they care about? So that's a good one. And we asked a little bit about something you'll care about, which is what type of interactive elements for self-service do they want to see in your website?
Awesome. Well, I can't wait. So guys, man, if you're not here, you got to come next year. Now they can catch us online. Is that correct? Can they catch us?
We have digital passes.
We have digital passes, so you can catch us online. And man, I got a few people that are going to be coming on. Thank you for everything. Congratulations. Another wonderful Industrial Marketing Summit. Appreciate you guys. This is the best. So, all right. Thank you guys. Hey, Jake Hall, Chris Luecke. Let's get in here. Let's get over here. All right. Jake, just no introduction needed. What's going on? What do you think here at the Industrial Marketing Summit?
Man, I am loving it here because people are so passionate on how they can drive their brands better on social media, on the internet, through marketing. So just it's great to see that this industry specifically is really engaged on what they can do better to bring more awareness around their companies.
Right. What are you talking about tomorrow, man?
Tomorrow, we're going to talk about LinkedIn practices, what you should be doing on LinkedIn, what type of content you should be making, how do you best format a post, what are the strategies to beat LinkedIn's algorithm that's constantly changing, and having a great stuff. But this guy just nailed a great presentation earlier today.
So, all right, now 2 questions for you. Yeah. You know LinkedIn? Like, do you do anything on LinkedIn?
I do a little bit.
See dabbles? Okay, that was my first question. Secondly, Cubs, what's the prediction for 2025?
We're going to make the playoffs, but lose in the first round.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah,
hey, go Cubbies.
Which is a win. Which is a win. I am very optimistic. If we make the playoffs this year, knock off the Cardinals, it's a great year.
Right. Awesome. All right, Chris, let's talk about what you had a grand slam today. Speaking of baseball, at your presentation, just share what you talked about.
Yeah, so we were talking about how to host excellent live events that translate into months worth of digital content.
All right, come on.
All right, to do a little more, like, I've been talking to some folks. Anytime I give a talk for the first time, I always want to figure out what was the biggest takeaway, right? What resonated the most? And the comment has been, it just made me realize I need to be hosting more events, right? It's one thing to say, hey, we're going to have a trade show booth here. It's another thing to create even, let's say, a mini extravaganza, if you will, that puts emphasis on your company, your brand, as well as partners that I always recommend folks link up with, because it's one thing to try to take it on single-handedly. It's another thing to have a gang of folks hosting an event together, people that fit in your ecosystem, all that good stuff.
And obviously everyone knows Chris, but like, if you haven't been to one of his live events, like, to me, this is one of your superpowers, is like gathering people together, making it memorable, making the community be a part of it. So help tell the viewer, maybe for an industrial company that's still doing some of the old school stuff, and they're like, events, like what, why, how, like, why should they consider events as part of either them going to one or maybe even sponsoring or hosting one?
Yeah, great question. And, Jake actually made me think of this earlier, but one of my philosophies in life is too short to spend a night at a hotel bar. You got to pick memorable venues. You got to pick memorable partners. You need to make it something that people are going to come back from the trade show and be talking about, right? If you're throwing an after party, pick a cool venue, right? Don't do it in the conference ballroom or something like that. Do it in a brewery. Do it in a dive bar. Like, pick something that's going to stand out. Like, we've done anything from concerts to comedy nights, things that are unconventional. And the reason we're able to do those things is we also do events that are more traditional, right? Live podcasts, panel discussions. It's good to mix it up. If you're doing, and this is very doable, and it doesn't require the biggest budget in the world if you do it right, you can do 3 to 4 events throughout the year, right? Think about it. If you're creating some content at the event, engaging your community there, you're, creating something that you can share digitally after the fact, and then people see that, they're like, oh man, I wish I was there. And then you can be like, well, you're in luck. We're hosting another event in 3 months or 4 months, right? It's that cycle that creates the FOMO. It's not too frequent, right? Because then, you might run into the opposite problem. But, those are some of the reasons why I think people should be doing events. And maybe the biggest reason is it gets people to see your brand in an approachable light. At the end of the day, it's important to talk about your product, to talk about insights in an authentic way. But it's another thing just to come off as human. And events are a great way to do that.
Absolutely. Just building relationships. Thanks, guys. Awesome job today. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Thanks, Kurt.
Right.
Thank you.
Let's get over. Hey, Chris.
We got more people coming. Hold on, everybody. More people are coming.
All right, man. Hey, we've got to look at this killer panel right here, man. This is a dream team. We got the dream team right here. So, all right, I'll start on the end. Matthew, what are we talking about tomorrow? We got a great panel discussion. What are we talking about?
We're talking about reducing friction in your buying process, and there's a ton of ways to do that for your company, depending on how your company conducts business. But we're going to bring a lot of different compelling points of view from the from the spheres of genius that we come from, and we're going to talk about that for 45 riveting minutes, I promise you.
Now, okay, wait, so I can't be on the panel. He just said spheres of genius. Did I hear that correct? Like, oh man, that's Joe, all right, Chris. No, I know about that. Chris Harrington, my soul sister. What are we talking about tomorrow?
Oh, we are talking about customer experience and, really that buying journey and making sure we're getting rid of the noise and we're making it easier for people to buy from you. That's what we're doing. We got to remind people, to look at their current state process and say, where are all the friction points so we can get rid of that stuff and just make it easy to buy from. So
yeah,
that's it.
And I can't believe how many virtual events have you and I done together? Too many to count. We're going to be on stage tomorrow. Are you kidding me? I got to take my heart pills. All right. Nelson.
Yes, sir.
Dude, like this guy, man, I'd like, do you ever play rugby? I was a rugby player back in the day. I'd like to play rugby with this. I got to be, but all right. Nelson Bruton, the fourth. What are we talking about tomorrow?
She nailed it. Make it easy for your customers to give you money. Right. Or to at least start the process to give you money.
Right.
And we've been practicing and talking, and we're going to all just give super practical insights, things you can take back immediately to improve your lead flow, your customer experience. It's going to be fun.
Yep. Jeff, what do you think? As an e-commerce guy, what do you think of this panel here?
Well, I'm just honored to be here. I feel like a fish out of water, or like I'm the odd man out, whatever illustration you want to use. But I have a question. So for Matthew, let's say, what's one of the bigger problems you're seeing in relation to e-commerce and kind of the whole topic that your panel's about?
Oh, in relation to e-commerce, dude, that's a good question. I would say in e-commerce, first off, it's making your stuff super findable. It's it's reducing friction in terms of how you can buy. So, I mean, just think about almost everyone here is an e-commerce consumer, right? I mean, how annoyed you are when you don't have like the Apple button click to pay, or like how you can't get your cart preloaded on Google. So, For me, it's payment options. It's a fast, responsive website, and it's easy searchability to find what you're looking for. Just like what Dale was talking about, right? With like semantic search and things like that, where you're looking for certain topics and you're wanting to find the right thing, or looking for maybe parts of a part number and being able to find what you want as well. So again, I think it's having visibility with your search engine internally.
Yeah, that's great. Anybody else? What's a common problem you're seeing on the e-commerce side? Maybe they don't get enough data or information or schematics or something like that.
So I would just compliment what he's been saying, the documentation. So, a lot of times users of products, they need to figure out what's wrong. It doesn't matter if it's a complex piece of equipment or my ice machine is broken on my refrigerator, right? So identifying the part, it really comes down to, do I even know what the problem is to get to the right part? So that's a big challenge that companies have to overcome as well.
Yeah, that's good. Nelson, how about you? What problems are you seeing these days?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to keep it real simple, and I'll tease a little bit about what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But repetition is the mother of all learning, right? Make sure you're paying attention to your customers' preferences when they're on your website, because when they're on your website, your marketing's worked. They're there, right? So if they want to reach out to you, make it easy. Some people want to use contact forms. Some people want to pick up the phone and call. Some people want to use chat. So if you're not offering all three options for communication with your company, you're missing out on a big set of opportunities. Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. Well, I'm excited for your panel. Like I said, I don't know how I got pulled up here to hold the mic. It's just an honor. It's Kurt's fault.
Tomorrow, we're just going to absolutely crush it.
You got it.
All right, we're going to wind down. Thanks, guys. All right, hey, Eddie, we got Eddie Saunders here. Oh, my God, are you kidding me? Eddie Saunders. All right. We got Eddie Saunders here. We got my friend Samuel. Miss you. So Samuel, you've been on the show before, right?
I have.
Repeat offender.
I am.
Right?
I'm back.
Well, you're back. Hey, you know what? I miss your mom. Tell Sharon that I want her. She should be here with us. Tell Sharon that we miss her. Eddie, what's going on, dude?
It is well with my soul. I'm around my people, and I'm learning all the things that I need to know from individuals smarter than myself. What more do you want? Barbecue? Oh, wait, check.
Dude, you are the best. So what's been going on the past year, man?
The business has been expanding. I've been super
Nice.
lucky. There's so much need in the industrial space. So just to be able to provide just a platform for that has been cool. It's been really, really cool, making more noise than I ever have. Maybe annoying a couple extra people, but the friends are coming in. So I'm just super thankful. Most blessed guy on the planet. Might be a little biased.
You are blessed. God bless you. So how the kids?
They're great. They won't stop growing up regardless of how much I tell them to. I have a 13-year-old who got to meet my first daughter's boyfriend for the first time ever.
Yeah, how'd that go?
My son and I were cleaning our guns when he entered the door. So check, but no.
Yeah.
it's humbling. Business and life is humbling. But I was put on this earth to help guide others, make others happy, and then be a father and a husband. So I'm just practicing what the good Lord taught me what to do.
Well, new entrepreneur this past year, right? So
Mhm.
I remember you came on the show. You were relatively new, and so
Yeah.
you're crushing it. Congratulations, Greg. You joined Dad at Windbound, and you've had a wonderful year. What's been going on since the marketing conference last year?
Oh gosh, we have done a little bit of everything. We've tweaked a bunch of our content approach. We have launched new offers. We have definitely, we're looking at everything from strategy all the way down. And now we're really excited for what's to come in 2025, learning so much about AI and what that's going to do for our approach. We've met so many new people, especially at this conference between last year and this year. It's just been mind blowing.
Awesome. Hey, how's the conference going? Your thoughts?
I love it. You think, oh, how are they going to get better year over year? And they've just grown. These rooms are full. The topics are hot. I couldn't ask for anything more besides maybe another day of it. But we got to get home at some point.
Got to get home at some point. What are your thoughts, Sam?
Oh, it's been, I am right there with Eddie. I didn't know how last year could be top, but they pulled it off, and looks like it's just going to be an upward trajectory from here on out.
All right. And I'd be remiss if so Jeff, I know you have a couple questions, but I got to give an OH.
I want to yell so bad, but I don't want to break the microphone.
Right. So let's get real practical here for a minute. I know there's a lot of really good sessions going on, but you guys are experts in your own field. So what's working these days in marketing that you're seeing? Just simple question. What are you seeing? What's working?
Yeah, honestly, cross-platform content. We talked about buyer's intent and how it's spreading across platforms and it's not primarily on Google. So recognizing that and responding to it and planning ahead for it. I'm just so many ideas right now that I can't wait to take home, but it just further validates where things are and where they're going.
Yeah, so good.
Yep. 2 words, human stories. Content that features humans always plays better. And when people share their stories, especially like we've seen a lot more of like employees of companies being allowed to share their stories, explain how they got to where they are. It just humanizes the brand that much more, and the companies benefit from it.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. And I'll give kind of my tip here. It's been really interesting. So many of the sessions I've sat in on talk about how important video is. I'm, video marketing expert, so I'm like, preach it. But even in the AI session, he was saying how some content can be easily replicated with AI, but like video can't be, especially if it's like a real person giving the real expertise. And so that's just fun hearing the other experts talk about the importance of video, the benefits of video. So, all right, well, guys, I think Kurt's rounding up some other people, so I'm going to kick you out of here. Thanks so much for hopping on, Eddie, Samuel. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
There you go. Keep on making noise, y'all.
All right, we got more. We got more.
We should be in the center.
All right, guys. Let's. All right. Little introductions here. So, who are we speaking to?
I'm Peyton Warren. I'm marketing director over at Gorilla 76.
And I think you kind of you're part of throwing the party here.
Yeah, yeah.
Her title is only organizer. She's organizing the whole thing.
Now you more behind the scenes this year than last year?
Yeah, a little bit more behind the scenes, running around a little bit more. It's a bigger event.
Yeah.
We grew by like over 50% from last year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so
how's it been going from your perspective?
So good. So I handle all of the speakers and sponsors.
Yep.
Everyone's been really receiving the sponsors really well. They're very valuable, and the speakers are doing phenomenally well. Like everyone's asking questions, they're taking photos of all the slides, so it's been really good.
Very engaging. I tell you guys did a phenomenal job. What's your perspective of what do you contribute to the growth and success from last year to this year?
Well, I think that it's really important that we continue to put content first.
Yeah.
Folks want to be here because the message of what we have going is actually valuable to them. They're taking practical tips back to their companies. Everyone that I'm talking to that's here, the only person from their company this year, they're like, oh, and my whole team needs to come. And then folks who have come back for the second year now are saying, this is even better than last year. I'm happy that I'm seeing familiar faces. The folks who are here for the first time are like, I can't believe I missed it last year. It's just positive from all angles, which makes me feel good. I'm really happy about it. It's really nice that we're building a community here in this little niche of the marketing world. And I couldn't be happier that we're doing it with manufacturers. So
very, very rewarding. What are your thoughts?
Well, you said it best. Like, our whole goal is to add value. Like, you don't want to go to a conference and not learn anything.
No pitches.
Yes. And so everyone's been taking notes and actually learning things. They're going to re-listen to everything on a digital pass.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been good.
Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah. So talk about the digital pass, right? Last year, I was somebody who wasn't able to make it. This year, it was like a must attend.
Yeah.
But for people that can't make it, what's this digital pass you speak of?
Okay, so I forgot the cost, but there is a digital
It's
pass.
affordable.
Yes. And they'll get all the sessions recorded. The PowerPoint decks, almost all of them will be available, the summaries of every presentation, and that'll happen about 3 weeks after the event, so we can package it up nicely. But yeah, you'll get the whole experience.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So definitely, if you're not here, if you're watching, office or wherever, definitely check out the digital pass, probably at industrialmarketingsummit.com, I would imagine, right?
We've updated the registration link, so you just go there, hit register, and you'll be able to see the digital pass right there. So
good.
And actually, one of the session recaps is already up on the website in our blog. So because we had a great sponsor, FlowSend, they are helping us with some AI content. So let us know what you think about this AI content that we've got out there. We proved it. We did prove it. But.
Good. And one more thing. So I've talked about how the content is fantastic here. The community is also impeccable. But the one thing that I think hasn't been said as much is the food is great. I mean, so thank you. Was there any thought into that?
That would be Peyton too.
All right.
Yeah. No, we're super happy about the food. It's like just falls from the sky. It's like you pack up breakfast and all of a sudden there's great snacks. And we've all been at conferences where you go hungry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. Last year when I planned this, I was pregnant. We needed food. We needed food. Yeah.
And 10-month-old little boy, what's his name?
Thomas. Yeah.
Thomas.
Yeah.
So Thomas is 10 months already at camp. You did an amazing job last year. So I want to thank both of you for just putting together an awesome party. What a great job. Congratulations. Big round of applause. Thank you guys. Can't wait for next year. So, hey, we're going to pull up last but not least, man. We're bringing in the muscle for last. We got Megan Zimba in the house here. So Megan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts of the Industrial Marketing Summit?
I really like it this year because there's a huge focus on AI, and I'm just curious about that all the way around, especially for writing for AI. I actually asked Paul about the positions he has.
Did you?
So so I was just like, because he mentioned that they're looking. So
right.
I think it's gonna change the way that we're doing things. And then the last conversation that just happened where, search is changing. So how people are searching for information is changing. So I really enjoyed the line where he's like, I'm sick and tired of hearing about keywords. Let's stop using keywords, because I'm that person too.
I am too.
I hate keywords. So I'm glad they're kind of going out the door and we're changing things up a little bit.
Yeah,
so
I love it. And it's kind of very powerful of the changes that are happening.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like we finally thought that we had it all figured out. Hey, this is how you do SEO, and it's completely disrupted right now. Right?
But some of the things that Paul was showing, like with the podcasting, that was kind of creepy. And then we were making jokes at our table about it because he was like, "Oh, we forgot to tell them to be nice to humans." And immediately I thought of Iron Man, and when Ultron got mad about how humans were being, and he destroyed Jarvis. So like my whole comic book nerd came out of me yesterday during the conversation.
Well, I absolutely love it. As we close out, where can people find you? You've got a wonderful live stream podcast that you do. Tell us about it.
Go on YouTube is where all of the episodes are mostly updated. Yes, I'm on Spotify, but that's not updated. So that's on me. And then LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. But you can email me as well too, or just contact me and say hello.
Awesome. Well, hey, great to see you. Thanks.
You guys.
Did an amazing job, your panel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the week. It's always great seeing you in person. So awesome. All right, guys. Hey, we're gonna close out. Hey, Nick, get in here. Come on, get over here, man. Let's get look. He's got Mr. Show Off with a camera. Mr. Show Off with a straight head of hair. So, Nick, how's your week been?
It's been incredible.
Yeah,
it's been a blast.
What's been the highlight?
Honestly, the keynote, the AI stuff that he was talking about,
mind blowing, right?
I mean, a lot of crazy stuff, and then the stuff specifically with video was I wasn't aware, so that was exciting.
And being a video guy, you're in good position.
I
right?
mean, that's
you're
my
in the
jam.
right place at the right time.
I think so.
All right, hey, thanks, dude.
Hey.
Always
talking
great
to
to
you.
see you every
Likewise,
year. So
likewise.
appreciate it. All right, Jeff, we're gonna close out, man. So what do you man, was this amazing?
This
or
was
what?
great. I mean, you can tell the energy here just from the, you know, the people just kind of popping on here. And you see that energy throughout the sessions and the breakouts and the hallways and all of that. You know, people are excited to be here. They're excited about the content, the community, the food, all of that. It's been fantastic.
Yep. Awesome. Well, hey, dude, thank you for co-hosting, man. Sorry we didn't have Damon today. So, all right, we thank you guys. And hey, we got some comments from Diane. So, hey, Diane, happy Thursday to you. Miss you. I'll see you on Monday. So, all right, everybody, if you missed it, check out Industrial Marketing Summit. Go to the website, check it out. You can get all the replays. And man, if you miss it this year, you got to come back next year because this thing is really, it's the place to be for all B2B industrial marketers. This is just a wonderful, spectacular event, just high energy, high integrity, just the camaraderie and just the enthusiasm and passion is just off the charts, right?
Absolutely.
All right, dude. Thank you, Jeff Long. Thank you guys out there. Appreciate you. God bless. We will see you soon. All right.